Hello, this is Marco Volk from www.houseinvestigations.com. What happened to East Cleveland, the first 1911 suburb of Cuyahoga County? Was it Cleveland's fault for the unsuccessful annexing of East Cleveland in 1910 and 1916? Was it the 1920s Depression that caused the abandonment and demolition of many high-maintenance large homes? Was it World War II's baby boomers who left to newer developing cities that were building small, more efficient cookie box ranches? Was it the Huff riots in the 60s that initiated the development of the outer suburbs? Was it the family ordinance law in East Cleveland that limited people living within one home to only direct family members because the city wanted to prevent overcrowding, minimize traffic and parking congestions, and avoid an undue financial burden on the East Cleveland school systems that ultimately resulted in a 1973 fining and sentencing of a grandmother to $25 and 5 days in jail for having two little first cousins living with her who were not true brothers? Was it all the combined energy crisis, starting with the 1973 oil crisis and brownouts, the 1979 Iranian Revolution, the 1981 Gulf War oil price increase, the 2001 California electricity crisis, the 2003 California brownouts, and finally the 2008 recession that caused further dilapidation of the East Cleveland homes and their expensive boiler heating systems? Additionally, did this house dilapidation cause a deterioration of lead paint, which caused lead house dust, which may have caused some of the Alzheimer's, ADHD, autism, and finally lower IQs? Was it the booming pharmaceutical companies that sold Ritalin to kids and antidepressant drugs to now their poor, depressed parents? Was it the unions and later 1994 NAFTA North American Free Trade Agreement when East Cleveland's industry started to move to Mexico for cheaper wages? Was it the government tax breaks and the 30% hour wages that moved East Cleveland's industry to China and India? Was it the East Cleveland's no opposing vacuum created government who punished the investors, landlords, and anybody wanting to sell a home in East Cleveland with absurd, crazy, and point of sale inspections? Was it the East Cleveland politics, mayors and judges and bureaucrats that spooked any future potential investor or landlord away from East Cleveland and even making the national news with the indictment of the East Cleveland mayor on 22 counts of accepting bribes, kickbacks, and secret payoffs? Was it because many jobs have moved to Mexico, China, and India that created new emerging residential occupations such as house aluminum siding scrapper, house copper scrapper, corner street methamphetamine dealer, street walker, tool extractor, and magicians that make your automobile disappear? Was it the greedy subprime lenders that catapulted East Cleveland's foreclosure rate to over 20% of all mortgages in that city? Was it the mom and pop shops that left Cleveland because they could no longer compete with the big box stores? It was probably all of the above. East Cleveland, the once blooming flower that became a rose and later produced thorns, wilted and now is rotting. This is Marco Vogt from www.houseinvestigations.com. Please visit my website for house information. Thank you and have a nice day.